And we are live once again. Best Ball Barbecue Day number 20 with a consecutive stream and consecutive draft. We are back. We are drafting, and we are joined by two very special guests, Seth Diewold and Matt Babich, both halves of the Dynasty Roundtable, which you can check out. Go make sure you go toss them a sub. That link's in the description, and both their Twitters are in the description as well. So make sure you go toss them a sub. We're going to be talking a lot of rookies today. Dynasty players, feels like they usually have a pretty good handle on the rookie situation. We're not really we play Dynasty, but we play it more casually. Dynasty's not our content, so I expect big things out of these two. So we're gonna do that. Probably hop into some trivia too, just to lighten up the mood a little bit. It's always fun to kick off the stream with some trivia, and then obviously we're gonna hop in the big board and just see. I just want their initial takes on where some of these rookies are, who they like, maybe where some of them are going. So that's gonna be the main focus of today. But without further ado, before we do any of that, before we do the trivia, let's hit the intro.
Welcome to the Madhouse.
We are back and we are here. Matt, Seth, how we doing, baby?
Brother's got the big booty mix, doesn't he?
Yeah. Do you know what that is from, that song? It's not the big booty mix, but it sounds like it. Do you know what it's from?
The remixed.
It's the Brett Kavanaugh. Have you heard the Brett Kavanaugh Levels remix? That's like the beginning of that. It's like, it takes like parts from like his like testimony, and It's like, too many beers, automatic. It's blacking out, automatic. It's like the whole thing, and then it goes into that. But how are we doing today? Thursday drafting. What you guys normally go live on Thursdays, don't you, or Wednesdays, or whenever?
The thing is with this, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm a stay-at-home dad now. I have a 4-month-old baby up there, and so
there you go.
It makes the live streaming a little bit more complicated. So the reason we were able to do this is because my wife is like, she goes basically like 6 days on, or 3 days, then the weekend, then 3 days, and then 6 days off. So this is like the start of her 6 days off. So
got it.
Yeah. So we kind of have to, schedule around. So Wednesday nights, we try to get an episode out sometimes on Wednesdays, but it's not like it used to be, because I got responsibilities, Tyler. I got responsibilities, and I tried to convince my wife that, Wednesdays needed to be clear at 7 p.m., but apparently being a father is more important than fantasy football, contrary to my thoughts and opinions. But hey, it's not what I think or feel or believe. It's the boss upstairs makes the decision. So there we go.
You have one child with your wife, but you
Mm-hmm.
also father many more dynasty teams. So it's almost like, I have 13 kids to take care of over here. Only one over here. We got the two of them. We got
the dynasty teams. The dynasty teams help pay the bills. The kid, he doesn't. Anyway.
All right. Love it.
I kid.
We got Anthony's in here. Let's do this as well. There we go. Anthony's in here. Huhaim, Stad, Bindles, Crossface. Yeah, hit that like button. Make sure you go down there, toss a like, toss a sub on the channel as well. 1,000 subs. Again, the goal for 1,000 subs. We are doing the Hot Ones Wing Challenge. We did it last year.
How come we're not this innovative?
We got the sauces right here. If we open up the box, they're all here. The Bomb Beyond Insanity, Last Stab, all that stuff. So 10 wings, 10 sauces, 20 rounds of drafting. That is what I have promised for 1,000 subs. We're at 925 as of this recording. So go toss a sub on the channel.
Hot Wings Challenge. Oh my God.
Yeah. We did it last year with beat-up sauce, but I feel like this is going to be a lot different, a lot harder.
Yeah. So you're going to eat these wings while you're drafting?
Yes. So
are you at all concerned about the cleanliness situation with your hands. Like,
see, that was my.
You're gonna have paper towels close by.
You should have saw the operation I had last time I did it. So again,
Okay.
I only touched the wing with the left hand, right hand, left hand for wing eating.
All right,
I made sure
good.
That.
All
I
right.
had a bunch of milk, bunch of paper towels. It actually was pretty flawless from an operation standpoint.
Nice, executed well. I like that.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, let's get this trivia game bopping. I'm excited for this.
All right, here we go. All right, best of both worlds. Name every player that's caught at least 3 receiving touchdowns and rushed for at least 1 rushing touchdown during the 2024 regular season, 2024 regular season rushing. Okay, gotcha. This has got to be
all right. Xavier Worthy right off the bat.
Worthy, yes, and then J-Mo. Worthy and J-Mo.
I think so.
It's got to be. Yep.
Mike
Bucky
Evans.
One?
Or Bucky. You're probably right. You're probably right, Bucky.
Did Bucky get 3 receiving touchdowns? I feel like we should go through. We only get 3 strikes, so let's go and nail down the people that we're confident in. Achan.
Yeah, Achan, and then Aaron Jones, correct?
Yeah, it would be Aaron
It would
Jones,
have to be based on that total.
Yeah. Oh, not Aaron Jones. What?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right.
He might have ran.
That for
got 10. There's no other guy like Addison. Maybe there's another Vikings player down here too.
Oh, Addison might have had a rushing touchdown. Let's hold off on the Vikings real quick.
Jameer. The other Lions guy. It's got to be Jameer.
Oh, that has to be Gibbs. 20 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I don't know how these are not. Usually they're in order. So, but they're not this time. Okay. 11 here. Chase Brown.
Probably.
I
would guess.
And T. Higgins didn't have 11. I'm going to get a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Chase.
Bang. There we go. Okay.
All
right.
James Cook for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Call me crazy. I'm almost Oh, it's not.
I thought that was going to be wrong.
I think Ray Davis. I know for a fact Ray Davis caught one, and I'm pretty sure he ran one in too. So I'm pretty sure Ray Davis and Ty Johnson are the
Ray
two.
Davis does have a rushing touchdown.
Yes, Ray Davis.
We got to be perfect here, gentlemen.
Someone said Ty Johnson. Rashad White's another good one for the Bucks. I don't know if he had 9.
Oh,
did he have 9?
I don't think he had 9 touchdowns.
I think it's got to be Bucky. I don't think it's got to be Bucky. There's literally no other player it could be.
You're going to put our third.
Yes, oh my god, it was Rashad White,
brother.
Okay, what are some?
You just gave away our entire.
We should have.
I thought it was. I thought
you owe who James or who? Sorry,
who Hames? Yeah, I owe who Hames.
You owe who Hames an apology.
This was Ty Johnson
and Jordan Addison.
And
wow,
covered.
and Cam. I would have never got Cam Akers, but maybe
I would have never got Cam Akers. Yeah. Maybe after a while would have gotten Amir Abdullah. Wouldn't have gotten Trey Tucker.
We should have probably.
Jaden Reed having 7 touchdowns is surprising to me, honestly.
Yeah, crazy. God, usually you know what? I hate that you had to see that because normally we put out a better performance than that. But
all right, well, hey, we're just.
I'm ashamed. Kind of. I'm ashamed to be a part of that, but I only cost us 1 strike. So
I didn't cost us any strikes.
I know.
Well, hopefully we put out a better team performance in this big board draft. I'll tell you.
I hope so.
Yeah, I keep saying it, but I'm legitimately interested to see because I've just been spewing kind of my rookie takes, and like I have my big stances, and so I'm interested to hear an outside perspective of people I actually respect. Like Best Ball Guy, I stream with him sometimes. I don't respect his rookie takes. He's an awful fantasy influencer. I don't respect his takes. But I almost want to see. Should I bring up the running back list? I don't.
Should we try hopping in and
let's go in a draft.
Let it fill?
Yeah, let's do that. It'll fill pretty fast. How many people we got in here? 19. All right.
That's what I would always say until I would go on a stream, and then I'd be sitting in the lobby for 15 minutes on stream, and I'd be
the opposite problem. We have the opposite problem where we fill it too fast. I feel like because everyone wants to get in. So I'm gonna give an opportunity for everyone to get in. We're gonna hop in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, this is good. This is perfect. Now everyone can get in because the other one probably filled. This will probably fill pretty fast. Oh, all right. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah. And again, these are actually my. Let me give this a refresh. Actually, these are my up-to-date exposures. Again, you can get these with bestballoverlay.com. That's promo code PPR Tyler for that. 25% off each month. $30 with my code. 40 without. So definitely some incentive to use my code right there. Really nice to see this. So you can kind of see who I'm fading already in the first round here. Just on the screen. I hate Gibbs's price. I love Jefferson. So if I have the 4 or the 5 pick, it's usually going to be Jefferson for me. But yeah. So these are kind of just the initial stuff. Let's pull this up while we wait for this to fill. These are the rankings that I put on Twitter. These might be a little
ridiculous.
I have to move some stuff around. I think
you got a big name you got to move, and he's got to move a lot further down.
You looking at Ollie Gordon?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
I'm looking at Ollie Gordon.
Okay, here, look at this kind of 2023 tape, and then we have 2024 Ollie Gordon down here.
So what kind of amalgamation of Ollie Gordon do you wind up with? Like,
I'm
is
not
he somewhere?
I'm not saying I think Ollie Gordon's going to be the third best running back in this class. I think
who did this to
2023 Ollie Gordon, he is like one of the best running backs in this class. If you just took 2023, that's what that is. That's not me saying I think I would take Ollie Gordon in like the second round. But that's all I'm saying is that I think his 2023 tape is that good.
Did you get indoctrinated by a certain group of people to prop up Ollie Gordon?
You don't
Scabado. Wait, I didn't even see Scabado at 4. We need to have a revival here.
Let me preface this list a little bit. This is just me watching. So we watched every single one of these guys on stream. Some guys,
Rashard Smith though, ball knower.
We spent a long time watching these guys. It took like a week to watch everybody. We spent longer on some guys than others. Like we watched maybe like one highlight tape of 40 marks. Like I need to revisit some of these because there's some that were like I just was underwhelmed. But sometimes you go back and you look at it and it's a whole thing. So I need to preface that. I really thought I was going to like Caleb Johnson. I didn't as much. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. Cam Scadaboo is like, if you just watch him, I get that he might not be that fast. But like that's what, other than him not being fast, what's the downside to Cam Scadaboo? Because I feel like he does everything else. I think he has the best contact balance in this class, right up there with Genty. He catches the hell out of the ball. He's gonna get like really tough yards. Like I just love Scadaboo.
I think speaking from somebody, which by the way, if you go check out my YouTube channel, there's a full breakdown that just launched yesterday of Caleb Johnson's all 22, and Caleb Johnson and Cam Scadaboo are kind of two opposite ends of the spectrum, because Caleb Johnson has all the athleticism in the world, but honestly went down a little bit too easy for my liking and ran into tackles a little bit too often for my liking. But there's no doubt that he's probably faster than you think for a guy who's like 6 feet tall, 220 pounds. It's ridiculous. Like if you get him out in the open field, it's going to be tough to bring him down or to catch him. Now, Cam Scadaboo is good at just about everything that Caleb Johnson's not good at, except for the straight line speed.
That's what I said.
Now, he is, and he's a little bit quicker laterally than you think he is. Laterally, he's actually really shifty and quick, I think, for somebody his size. And literally, again, Cam Scadaboo is going to drop on my channel, not on Valentine's Day, but Saturday after Valentine's Day, because I'm not sure of the YouTube viewership on Valentine's Day. But anyway, that's beside the point. So day after Valentine's Day, take your significant other out, then watch Cam Scadaboo the next day on my channel. Like, the only thing that I can point to that would be a negative in his game is like the straight line speed. Like I comped him to David Montgomery just because I think he's that kind of player. Now, is some NFL team going to view him as an every down, 3 down running back? I kind of doubt it. He's probably going to be in some kind of committee. Like David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs esque, but obviously that's the pinnacle of all running back backfield situations, because both of those guys are extremely useful for fantasy. But like the upsides with Caleb Johnson, you know what you're getting with Cam Scadaboo. Like that's kind of how I see it. And I do have Caleb Johnson ranked ahead of Cam Scadaboo, but Cam Scadaboo has climbed my rankings because I love the dude, man. I think he's awesome.
Yeah. And I actually, someone said in the chat, where is it? Jamie, Henderson should be no lower than 4th. Henderson's moving up. The way that the NFL, we're almost on the clock here. the way the NFL is talking about Henderson from everything that I've watched and read is like this guy's a lock to go in the second round. He may even sneak into the first round. I think the NFL really likes Henderson. As far as this team here, Nico, Amon-Ra, I usually go Neighbors over BTJ. Which of these three you guys like?
I'm good with Nico. What do you think, Matt?
Nico or Neighbors or Brian Thomas.
Okay. No Amon-Ra. Let's go Nico then, because I'm fine with that. I think 10%. Yeah, it's fine with me.
I think Houston's bound to course correct.
The target share's that's got to be one of the best situations right now because like Tank Dell's injury situation, and they're probably not bringing back Stephon Diggs. So
yeah,
the target share's got to be there for him, I would think. And there's like probably a small percentage chance that we get one of those other options on the way back if somebody wants to be crazy, but probably not.
Yeah. So we kind of talked about my rankings, and I'm sure you guys kind of got rankings of your own. But like, who are the guys that you like more than consensus? Like on that list for me, RJ Harvey's like one of my guys that I love RJ Harvey. Do you guys have anyone? It could be receiver, it could be tight end, it could be really anybody. But is there anyone that you guys just in the whole rookie class as a whole like more than consensus? Maybe someone that like. It goes like Brashard Smith's a 19th round pick on Underdog. I have like 35% of that guy because he's a 19th round pick. So anybody like that, and then
that's literally who mine is. I broke out.
Derrick Henry here real quick.
Oh yeah,
13. I mean, he doesn't really fall that far.
Or Ladd McConkey.
I like the Derrick Henry pick. I think this is like a classic overthink.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't you think? Like Derrick Henry.
There's got. I mean, I do agree, but at some point, the overthink is going to turn into a think.
Yeah.
You know, like at some point, it's going to be the right decision.
Some point.
But is it this year?
Yeah.
Brashard Smith. He started out in my top 12 in my initial running back rankings back in November. He's currently 11th on my rookie rankings for 1 QB. I'm going to have so much of him just because of the archetype and like what I keep comparing him to Tyrone Tracy because it's just so crazy how that he happens. And then Brashard Smith has like the exact same timeline basically of events.
But I was the more same impressed with Smith more than Tracy.
Oh, as a prospect, 100%. But to be honest, I don't know if he got more opportunity. That's for one. He was in a much better offense in SMU than Purdue. But in terms of, the vision, the decisiveness, he even looked like a more natural runner than Tyrone Tracy did. So he's one of my absolute must-haves. And then Egbuka, it's not super, hot of a take to say how much I like Emeka Egbuka, but I really think that he's closer to Tet McMillan and Luther Burden than the consensus is wanting to claim right now.
Okay. Seth, anyone for you?
Yeah, I'm going through the running backs right now, so I have a big rookie rankings update that I need to do before the combine, and then I'll update it again after the combine. But just some of the running backs in the middle tiers, I think both Matt and I like. He touched on Brashard Smith, but like Dylan Sampson is a guy I really like so far. Devin Neal. Yep. I mean, just kind of outside that, the upper tier of the running backs, they're probably going to settle like early second round in Superflex, probably mid second round if I had to guess. I think Devin Neal's going to get a bunch of hype too, but like moving down further, I really like DJ Giddens, and
yes,
I know he was lower on your list, but Taj Brooks is somebody who's intriguing to me. And then if you really want to get, and again, I haven't done the full breakdown of this guy, but Bashul Tootin can fly, dude. So there's from Virginia Tech. So there's just a whole bunch of running backs in this class that I think it's one of the strongest running back classes we've seen in a long, long time. And so in best ball, I think the actionable takeaway that's obvious, that's just right in your face, is you want exposure to all these guys. You want a little bit of some of everybody.
That's what I've been trying to say. Because when you go and you look at the running backs, like we can look at the guys up top. The reason why I have so much Harvey, so much Giddens, so much Brashard Smith, look at the guys who are going around him in those later rounds. So like around here, it's like Roshan Johnson. He could be out of a job in a month. Like, you know,
and it could be RJ Harvey that replaces him.
Exactly.
You know, like these guys could slot right into some of these positions.
Supposedly they like the Ohio State guys in round 2, so we'll see.
Then you got Javante, you got Chubb. I'm good. Kareem Hunt, no thanks. Jordan Mason, he's a free agent. I actually have a little bit of him. Kendra, I want to like Kendra, but I've been burned. Like it's just like all like these like backup running backs. Like, why would I take Brashard Smith rather than over Antonio Gibson? Like, why would I take Antonio Gibson over Brashard Smith? It's like Brashard Smith's the better, younger version of what
Rasheed
was supposed to be. So
Rasheed Rice.
All right, you like Rasheed? You guys down with that?
Yeah.
I love players that are very good at football.
There you go.
Like, so his recovery's obvious, as it said there. We knew this, but his recovery's going well. And so fourth round, Rasheed Rice, like, I get it. Like, you're going to miss like probably 4 to 6 weeks with a suspension, but I mean, when it comes down to maybe. So we don't know.
Like,
who knows stuff, man. Spoiler alert: he's on the top of our dynasty like buys in terms of who you should target. And we're about ready to do an episode. And I was doing a good bit of research for our episode. And if you go back to, I think, week 11 of 2023 through every usable fantasy week, like, so from 2023 week 11 to 17, and then from, it might have been week 12, but anyway, it's 9 weeks all the way through week 3 of the 2024 season. Rasheed Rice averaged 20 fantasy points per game, and Jamar Chase averaged 23.7 fantasy points per game this year, and Justin Jefferson, who finishes the wide receiver 2, averaged 18.7 fantasy points per game this year. Now, I know that's a 9-game sample size, and it's not as big as the whole season, but just kind of shows the kind of upside you're dealing with Rasheed Rice, and I don't think the Chiefs are going to have a ton of money to spend or draft capital to spend on wide receiver. They're going to lose a linebacker, a pass rusher, an offensive guard. Like, they're going to have a ton of holes to fill, and I don't know if wide receiver is going to be high on that list, but like that's the kind of upside you're getting in the 4th round. And
you have so many you have so many best ball teams too that limp in with these season-long injuries. Mm-hmm. And if you're not disbarred from cashing in big on a lineup just because you don't have Rasheed Rice for the first 6 weeks of the season. Yeah. Fantasy managers barely had AJ Brown for the first 5 to 6 weeks of the season. I know it didn't matter in the end, but Cooper Kupp was out for the first, 5 to 6 weeks. If he actually had the season we were expecting of him on the back end, he still would have been a very valuable pick in best ball at his cost. So I don't think the potential 6-week suspension, which is by no means definite, should be a reason to scare you off that much.
Yeah. We're on the clock. I do like Waddle. Nice buy low kind of spot for him. Sutton's fine. I do need more of him. Running backs, I love Hampton. I think I really do like Hampton. I think he's gonna be my he's actually my RB2, I think.
Why not so much Kenneth Walker?
I love Kenneth Walker.
Let's do it because I just don't. I think it's because
they're gonna get him the ball, baby.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who's the OC there again? I totally forget.
Clint Kubiak.
Right. Yeah, Kubiak. Yeah.
Mr. Alvin Kamara, 30 touches.
and if you go back to 2021, look at what Dalvin Cook did that year.
Mm-hmm.
He finishes the RB14, but like he missed not a bunch of time. I think he missed like 4 games. But if you look at Alvin Kamara, was the RB5 in fantasy points per game, and then when he was the OC in Minnesota under Mike Zimmer, Dalvin Cook was the RB5 in fantasy points per game.
There you go.
And in both of those seasons, those two guys, and I get it. You can say, well, Kamara's awesome. Dalvin Cook was awesome. Kenneth Walker's pretty good too. Both seasons, I mean, he used primarily like the Sean McVay, okay, you're getting 70 to 80% of the snaps, Alvin Kamara and Dalvin Cook. So that's the kind of season Kenneth Walker could have in 2025, and I'm here for it. He's at the top of my dynasty buy list. So, Matt, I think we're doing our episode before we're actually doing the episode, because we're going to be pre-recording tonight after this is over.
I had like 7 to 8 people in the list.
We're gonna have all the
Rasheed
same
Rice
names.
And Kenneth Walker were both on there.
All right, here. I'd like to get a receiver here. Godwin's, I think, a fine price. Jaden Reed, I like. I really do like Ridley. Ayuk, Burden. Any of these three?
Also on my buy list in Dynasty.
Okay. Dynasty, like forget about this year
for season long baseball.
Yeah,
I would probably go like Jaden Reed over Godwin, but that's just my preference.
I'll break the tie. I'll go Godwin.
Okay.
I do like Reed. I think Godwin could just have a good. If he goes back to the Bucks, great. If he goes somewhere else, feels like he's still going to have a role. He's come also too. Like it wasn't like I don't think the injury he had. What was it? It was like a broken ankle. Correct? That's what he had.
Yeah, it'll take time, to heal and everything, but it's not as difficult as coming back from like an Achilles tear. Let's say.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think Godwin's a fine price. I guess the two of the three receivers we have are coming up.
Yeah, a little bit of a fragility risk there by taking Godwin, to be honest, but that's okay.
Hunter is at 117. He's gonna fall after the news today of him working out as a DB. Which
I think that's a whole nothing burger, man.
That's what I was thinking about too. And like, I was just like, just because he's going to work out as a DB, it's like, does it necessarily mean that he's just like, it's like, oh, now he's just not gonna play receiver? It's like, I feel like he's still gonna meet with teams and be like, yeah, like it just takes one report out of the combine to be like, yeah, I'm actually planning on playing both ways. So if you draft me, you better like come with that assumption.
Yeah, I think at 117 in best ball, and if he keeps dropping, I would see how far he goes down, and like I would just keep pressing the button on him. Like, to be honest with you, because there's so much upside in Travis Hunter. I get it. He's probably going to play a lot of corner, especially where he's going to get drafted, probably top 5, but he's also awesome as a wide receiver too. So, especially in best ball where you don't have to figure out when those spike weeks are going to come in the 7th, 8th. Well, not even then, like probably the 10th round. I mean, God, like, yeah, like I can't think of too many guys, with the amount of upside that he would have in that range. So,
yeah.
But like, why wouldn't he want to go and work out as a cornerback? Like they do less stuff at the combine. Enough. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem. And he probably has to make a decision, right? Like nobody's ever like worked out as an athlete.
That would be sick if he just did both. Just did a corner and receiver.
He probably had to just pick a set of drills to do, and so he just went with cornerback. Like I don't know. Like it just seems dumb that people are going to act like this is already some sort of like definitive decision that's been made.
Yeah,
that he's going to be a quarterback.
Because if he goes to I feel like I think I saw you tweet something about it, Matt, where it's like if he goes to the Pats, like feels like he's going to be needed at receiver a lot more than he's going to be needed at corner.
I don't think I tweeted something out, but yes, like I do share that opinion.
Overall, maybe something like that. I
do share that opinion. We were talking on the podcast with Maddie and Cody about let's look at the realistic landing spots of who would draft Travis Hunter, and then think to yourself like, is that team? Are they going to draft him to play cornerback or one of the most important positions in football, wide receiver?
Yeah.
And also,
I like Ridley at this discount right here. I don't know how you guys. I know like Book is your guy.
Ridley, I like taking Ridley here too.
I like Ridley.
So right, let's go Ridley.
Like if you look at his season and you look at like what his situation should be this year, I think he's one of the more underrated guys out there.
He's just like he's just not a sexy click. You just kind of know what you're going to get with Ridley. Like he's probably gonna have 1,000 yards, maybe like 5 to 7 touchdowns somewhere in there. But I think he's a good player, and he's going to get probably a massive, maybe a good quarterback upgrade. I think the risk of where he's currently going in the 7th round is good enough. Like if Cam Ward goes, they're like, great. Like, I love Ridley. He's going to go up. So
yeah, I created. I'm working on. I'm not a data scientist by any stretch of the imagination, but I like averaged out air yards, target share, and yards per route run in this little model I have. Ooh. And Calvin Ridley was number 9 on the
Who's
the
rest
list.
Of the top 10. I'm curious to hear it. I guess if you don't want to.
So we got no. It's fine. I'll give it to you. I guess snap shares in here too. Right. AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Brian Thomas Jr., Cortland Sutton, Calvin Ridley,
pretty good list,
and Terry McLaurin. So yeah, it's like all the people you would expect, but Calvin Ridley's in there, Cortland Sutton's in there. So I think, and those are two situations that aren't going to change that much.
Yeah.
So
Mark,
if anything, they're going to get better.
I guess we can go Mark Andrews, but I'd rather just.
I'm down
Bateman
for John
later on.
Or who? Who do you want to go
for the stack? I would rather just do Bateman later on, is what I was saying.
Let's go Johnu then.
Okay, I'm cool with it. I'm here for it.
You're talking about John in the free thing. So
I was just talking to Mark about Mark Andrews with Seth yesterday with our tight end ranking show, and I think he stinks. Over the hill.
So interesting.
I don't know how many. So if you,
but I also said that about Eckler and Zach Ertz, and they.
What do you think likely goes on here?
Like that last year.
What do you think? What tight end do you think likely goes off the board right now?
Probably like 12, 11.
It's crazy. It's not that high, but it's crazy. He goes like 15, which is like, and you look at the other tight ends after him. It's like, here we go. Ferg, Pitts, Loveland, who I think I'm going to have a lot of Loveland. Otten, I think Komet's a really nice buy low right now. Yeah, just some other guy. Okay, Fannin, where are you guys at on Fannin? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on
at that price. I'm gonna have a lot.
A controversial,
At that price, like him, Elijah Arroyo, like who was probably getting drafted really late, who had an awesome Senior Bowl, like Fannin, I'm not joking here. I like my working comp for him is Jonnu Smith, like super athletic, led the country in receiving yards as a tight end, right? Out of Bowling Green.
It's ridiculous.
It's stupid. It's dumb.
And look at the game logs against Penn State and A&M. Like 140 yards each, like double-digit catches, touchdowns. Like he did it against really good competition too. Not like for a course of a whole season, but like A&M and Penn State are not like A&M was ranked. I think those are two ranked teams at the time they played them. So it's not like it's a crazy, like it's like, oh, his schedule is bad. It's like, well, yeah, but two of those games were like legit competition. Not even like bad Power 4 teams, like really good Power 4 teams. So. And the funny thing about so Mason Taylor and Arroyo, they're round 20 picks. I click them every time in round 20. They're last round.
Yeah, that's free money right there. That's how we print.
Yes, exactly. That's how we print.
D-Bro was on the South Harmon AMA, and he said he wouldn't be surprised if Elijah Arroyo. His bold take was he wouldn't be surprised if Elijah Arroyo was taken on in round 2 of the NFL draft.
Yeah.
So
there's a tight end reset happening, man. Like they're trying to get these teams that have that are rolling out, Tyler Conklin's, they're trying to get actual playmakers at these positions now.
Andrews is fun. It feels like we kind of just have to do it because I mean we're getting a good
why not?
Yeah, I like at this price.
20 picks past ADP. Let's do it. I didn't really like where we were at necessarily anyway. It was probably going to be Dobbins for me. Given our current setup,
free agent Dobbins scares the hell out of me.
Yo, that's true. Dude. I forgot he was a free agent.
I just don't know if it's the Chargers, I'd be in, but I don't. I think the Chargers, like, there's so many teams that I think draft. Like, we all know, like this running back class is crazy, but like, there's teams that I like that I know are going to draft a running back. Like the Vikings, if they don't re-sign Aaron Jones, even if they do re-sign Aaron Jones,
they're
like,
drafting a running back.
They're drafting a running back. Feels like the Chiefs are probably going to draft a running back, Pacheco, and then just like. Imagine like Henderson on the Chiefs. Like that's the comp I've been going for, where it's like just put him in that role. And then you got like the Chargers. They need a running back. Like, there's going to be some huge risers. It's going to be the classic. Like we don't like this guy as much as this other guy, but this guy's playing for the Chargers. So.
Oh yeah.
And then like Kelsey's I'm not touching him with a 10-foot pole. We could go Bateman here, just get the rest of the Baltimore stack.
Is it too many Ravens? This is where I start losing best ball theory a little bit.
It's I think this is fine, where it's like one running back, one receiver, one tight end is totally fine, I think. Especially since we got a nice value on Andrews. Otherwise, we could go Hunter. I'd be fine for Scatterbo
if he's gonna drop, then maybe this isn't the draft to take him. Just Bateman see how far he drops, maybe. I like both, but Bateman I think makes more sense for us.
Let's do it. There we go. I like this team so far. Nice little, like, I don't think I have any like crazy big Baltimore teams. We have two good like anchor running backs, so I'm fine with that. And I think getting some, we might be lacking in the beginning of the season with Rice and Godwin. So I think having Ridley and Bateman does help. I'm scared that
I'll eat paper, Hames. I will eat a piece of paper live on this stream if Kansas City takes Cam Scatterbo at the end of round 2.
Oh man, I think I don't know.
I'll do it. Like
it doesn't.
It's not gonna happen.
Clip it and ship it.
There's too many running backs that
they need a Carson Steele upgrade.
There's too many running backs that fit the profile of an actual producer in the NFL to to go at the end of round 2, Cam Scatabo.
I still think it makes sense because they have Pacheco. Like, get Pacheco and get like an explosive guy, like I said, like Henderson.
You don't
like
get
that.
another Pacheco. Like,
Yeah.
White Pacheco at the end of round 2 doesn't do us anything.
I'm fine with Scatabo. I don't think Scatabo goes in round 2, but I think Scatabo, like I said, I like Scatabo. So
as a Kansas City hater, I would love it because
are you a KC hater? Nowhere. I didn't know that. You're a KC hater.
I'm a Patriots fan. What else am I going to be?
But like, doesn't mean you have to be a KC hater.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
Why? It's because the goat, like the goat defense.
Yes, absolutely. I'm defending my goat to the death.
God.
Who cares?
I care.
I know you care, but it's like I don't know. It's still
if Patrick Mahomes were likable, I think I would.
I feel like he is pretty likable.
Not in the slightest is he likable.
I feel like what does he do that pisses people off other than win?
It's just his demeanor and his voice. I don't know. It's
voice. Yeah. Did you see his dad's
when he's in commercials? I'm just like,
yeah,
you're not good at it.
His dad's getting a boxing match for Barstool at Rough and Rowdy.
Is he fighting John Rocker? Because I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, he's fighting John Rocker.
What a wild world we live in, dude. I saw a video of Dave Portnoy come. He's like, breaking news. They just signed the paperwork. I was like, are you what?
Wow.
Mahomes Sr. is going to drive drunk to the fight itself.
Yeah, right. All right. We kind of need some running backs. The only problem is I absolutely cannot stand this running back tier. Big Spears is fine, I guess. Dowdle is a free agent. Benson, and then like all the rookies are after that I like. So I don't want to reach yet. Maybe we go QB. We can go Stroud because we have Nico. Anybody else? Anybody here like kind of stand out to you guys? Anybody? Quarterback.
I would say Spears if you're going to make me pick a running back.
Matt, break the tie.
Running back.
Okay. Oh, god damn it, I was slow. We got Stroud. All right,
that's okay.
We got the stack. Let's just end at 2 QBs then. We'll just end at 2 QBs and we'll be fine with those two, unless there's somebody else.
What a course correct for CJ Stroud. I remember he was going like round 5, 6
like
last
5.
year.
Yeah, and I had none of them, which I was so happy about.
Yeah,
he doesn't run. It's like, okay, yeah, look at the guys that are going up there. It's like he needs to have like a 5,000-yard season for him to pay off his ADP.
Yeah. So. And this is like going too far though, him being down with Trevor Lawrence and I don't know, like in round 10, CJ Stroud, like or 11, I guess is.
No, Stroud was fine there. The fragility of Spears, like that, there was honestly, I think anyway, there was fine. Certainly, getting Stroud gives us more certainty behind our stacks than Baker, and hoping that Godwin goes back to Tampa Bay, which I do think will happen. But I think Stroud was fine there.
Yeah,
as I said earlier with Collins, like they're gonna course correct.
I think Sampson's a good best ball pick, but it might be a little bit early.
Honestly, the like 153, it's fine. I mean, especially since Spears went. I'm down for Sampson. I don't mind reaching a little bit. Like I don't want Benson, White, or Ford. I know those don't really interest me that much.
Yeah,
I'd rather shoot for Sampson. Let's do you with Sampson, Matt?
I'm good with Sampson. I love Sampson.
Cool. All right, cool. Love it. This is where we start getting the fun rookie running back range. Like I always like to get like 3, and then I'll just take like my 3 favorite guys at the end. It's just
Cody loves Dylan Sampson too. So
if you need running backs, baby.
The fun thing about the Sampson stuff is like Tennessee, like for the past couple of years, and like they have a great quarterback, like at least college quarterback in Nico, and it's like they've been like a air raid, like we're just gonna kill you through the air team. This year, like they were a running team. They went through Dylan Sampson for the most part of the season, and then he got hurt, and like they sucked. It's like Dylan said, like it's pretty telling. It's like this coach that loves to air raid the shit out of these teams is now they're living and dying with Dylan Sampson. Like, I think that says a lot.
Yeah, especially in like round 12. I mean, I think he's going to be a day 2 guy, and like I said, there's going to be so many good landing spots in day 2.
Yeah. How many running backs do you think go in day 1 and day 2? How many do you think go? Like, is it 7. Over 7?
Like, no,
that would be nice.
I think
what's the record?
I think we could be looking at more than that. Let me pull up my
digits
rankings.
Potentially. I mean, round 2 and 3. So like, let's see. We'll Genty, Hampton, Johnson, The Ohio State boys.
That there's 5 already. I think Samson, Neal,
and Neal are probably going to.
I think, and then after that, I think like Jordan
Scatabo
James
could.
Jordan James has a chance. I think Ollie Gordon has a chance to go day 2
for sure.
There were 8 running backs that went in the first. 2 days
I think there could be 10
for 2017. 8 running backs: CMC, Dalvin Cook, Kamara, Joe Mixon, Leonard Fournette, James Conner, Deonta Foreman, Kareem Hunt, and that was it. That's 8 running backs for that goated 2017 class. So I think getting to 8 or 10, even 10, I don't think is crazy.
I think you're pretty much locked into like 5 or 6 for sure.
If there is a line on that somehow, somewhere, I'm most likely going to take whatever their over is.
Yeah,
that would be fun like now. Okay. The line drops, running backs in the first round, 1.5 over or under.
First round,
1.5 over.
I don't know about. I probably.
It depends on what the odds are, like on a sports book. Like
let's
even
say
money.
There's a lot of good like defensive linemen and like in this class.
I know.
All it takes is one team to love Travis Etienne.
The annoying answer to that question is it depends on what the price is.
Yeah.
But if you gave me like plus 175 or something on over 1.5, like I would definitely take it. I'd probably consider anything over plus 150. Yep. Even money, no. I would not bet that.
All right. I'm just looking at running backs here. Ollie Gordon's there. That's obviously my guy. I just don't know about Corum. I want to like him, but just did nothing this year.
Kyron Williams might just be good, and the
and
just get out there.
I mean, he's McVay's guy. So.
I like Ollie Gordon.
I like Ollie Gordon too, but what do you have against not a Quentin Johnston fan at this range, or
no? They're drafting somebody, and maybe who that is, maybe I don't know, because it's like the receiver class is a little weird this year. Maybe they could sign somebody, I don't know, but that
would be a good spot for Igbuka.
It'd be a great spot for Igbuka. Great spot for Igbuka. So I don't know what to do with that stuff. Yeah, well, this is good. Kyron's late season fumbles don't bother you. He does fumble the ball a shit ton, which is tough. But he's also
they don't bother me. The question is, do they bother Sean McVay?
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
Now the Stafford part of this thing is, do we think Stafford actually is a Ram next year? Where it's like it seems like he should be, but it's like there's some smoke with that not being the case. I don't know.
That's weird. I think it was weird. It was I saw a bunch of stuff on Twitter, none of it like from credible sources whatsoever.
20 picks after ADP. I mean, I'll take him here.
Yeah, I would be in.
I hate everybody in this range right now. So
it's not a great range. It's not a great range.
Yeah, you get the spike weeks in best ball. I'm trying to become, and maybe these live streams can help me learn the ways of the best ball bro. You know, because I think so many times it's so hard for me to switch my dynasty brain off. Yeah, like because I would be going through these drafts and I get to the end and I'll be like, oh shit, I drafted like 7 rookies. So that probably isn't gonna work.
I've done the same thing too, where it's like because you're looking for upside and the rookies normally have the most upside, and it's like that's where like this round 14, like rounds 15 and on, you just look at the rookie running backs and you're just looking at who do we got? Giddens, Harvey, Marks, Damian Martinez, Brashard Smith, LaQuint Allen, Jordan James, Etienne, Tutton, Mullen, like just all the guys that are like one of those guys is going to hit.
Many guys.
One of those, like 1 or 2 or 3 of those guys are going to hit. So I like to get like 3 running backs or 4, kind of like where we at, and then just like, all right, let's get 2 of these rookies and we're good to go.
I can't believe Brashard Smith's as far down as he is. Like that's wild.
Love
and then you said Tutton. I think I said Tootin earlier.
I have no idea what it is.
I don't know either, but Tootin, man, I like if that's wrong, I apologize.
He drops down a couple of spots if it's Tutton versus Tootin. I got
borderline.
You're
darn Tootin.
I got borderline death threats on Twitter because when I posted this list, I said I know that's not how you spell his first name, but when I didn't know how to say it when I was doing it, so I was like, oh, it's Basil. I'll just spell it like Basil. I said that on stream, and I had 2 replies being like this guy's no idea what he's fucking talking about spelling his name.
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn it, I forgot to switch the spelling before I posted it.
Yeah. It's
Tootin.
Tootin, okay.
That's what he says.
All right. Wow. Huhames. I mean, I believe I trust this guy with his AI alligator chief man there.
Huhames is locked in. Huhames is in here every day, so
that's pretty sick graphic there. I wonder what AI could do for the Dynasty Roundtable channel.
Wonders, probably.
Who knows? Yeah, but Jack Beck, another winner from the Senior Bowl, another guy.
It's not Besh.
I think it's Besh.
I'm pretty sure that was Besh, and I would have never thought to say it like that if I didn't hear it from somebody else.
Former tight end. I didn't realize this. He was a tight end at LSU, and then he converted to a wide receiver later on.
Gotcha.
But, so that could come in handy. I like these versatile players. Like
this team's gonna
have played multiple positions.
This team's gonna kick so much ass when Houston and Baltimore end up with the same bye week.
Or they play again in week 17.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
All right. What do we like here? We could go QB. I mean, Fields is fine. I think he might start somewhere and he's got that rushing upside. So it could be good there.
If you're looking for a high upside wide receiver,
give it to me.
Royals is nice. Yeah.
The chat loves Royals. I'm fine with Royals. I just don't know much about him. So I don't have a really huge sway one way or the other, but I know that there's a lot of people that do like him.
Dude put up like 700 yards in 6 games this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look at just look
like that.
And just look at the box scores. And I don't think he was completely healthy coming into the Senior Bowl either. Mm-hmm. But he still grinded through it and performed pretty well. And yeah, I mean, you look at just size, you look at how Utah State used him just in about every way imaginable. And he was playing with Spencer Petras at Utah State, which I thought I had forgotten about how terrible Spencer Petras was.
Who is that?
Former Iowa quarterback who every Saturday, it's just like, I don't know why I do this to myself watching Iowa football. Like this terrible brand as we're on the clock here. Right, we can't touch Roschon Johnson.
Who do you like? Or is any running back here?
It's Giddens I like.
And then it's who took RJ Harvey? Omega King, you can suck it.
I like Brashard Smith or Giddens.
Let's go Giddens then. I mean, okay. I'm just gonna have 40% of this guy, I guess. I mean, RJ Harvey's like my remember. I think I talked about this on stream like a day or two ago. I remember going on the Dynasty Roundtable last year, and I think we were doing running back rankings, and I ranked Ray Davis something ridiculous, like my RB3 or something like that. And I feel vindicated in maybe not like. Maybe I got the order wrong, but like if you re-ranked it right now, I don't know. He might be RB3 from that class. If you re-ranked it.
Man, that class is bad.
Bucky's 1. And then some combination of Corum.
Tracy would be 2.
Tracy would be 2.
Yeah. And then you got Brooks, Benson, Corum.
I would still put Brooks and Benson ahead of.
If Ray Davis had
look what Ray Davis there now.
Yes, I can. I can do whatever I want.
He might not ever play.
All I'm saying is look what Ray Davis did. Like he had like one game where Cook was out. He had like 20 fantasy points or something like that. It's in that clip that against the Jets where he catches that long ball. Yeah, that's my dog. I feel vindicated in being that Ray Davis is good. I feel that was a hit for me.
That you should feel vindicated on because you were.
No one was with me.
No one was really with you there.
Yeah. You got a few usable weeks from him in best ball, right?
Yeah, he had like 6 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, you probably took him in like the last round of drafts, probably.
Yeah. Ty Johnson, I think it's a free agent too, so hopefully he's out of the picture. So Ray Davis can be like the true 2. And if James Cook goes down, we're right back to where we started.
Sometimes these NFL coaches, man, it just takes them a little bit to realize, oh, this is the best player that I should be using. Okay. Like all of us are like,
come on now.
all of us are like looking at our analytics metrics and whatnot, and doing fantasy drafts, and we're like, why can't this happen? But anyway,
yeah, we should have just taken Brashard Smith because I forgot who Hames was in here listening to every word we say and just reached on Brashard by like 30 picks. But round 17, you can really take anybody. It doesn't matter. So
Omega King's in here too. So we got
and Thad on Real Time right there too.
Some sniper rifles, man.
It's a friends and family. Okay.
On Real Time, I love the Anthony Richardson pick at that price.
There you go.
Just want to point that out.
Why? Yeah, at this point, it's like, why the hell not?
Okay, we're on the clock.
Agreed.
We can kind of go anywhere. We can literally pick anybody we want. So I'm going to scroll. You guys tell me if anybody jumps out at you.
Nobody so far. I mean, Jalen Knowles, like if you're looking for a rookie, but I don't want this to turn into a dynasty rookie draft. But he's really good. He had a great Senior Bowl.
I'm the John just roll with Kendra. We already got 3 rookie running backs. Let's just roll with Kendra. I like his college film too much to not have at least like 8% of him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Except it's like he never plays though, which is tough.
But I'll say this though, Jalen Knowles like one of my favorite prospects at wide receiver. Like he's really good. I like him more than Higgins.
And there's a big discrepancy between those two because Higgins goes like, where is Higgins? He's somewhere around this range. Yeah, right here. 16. Noel usually goes like 19, 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't flipped yet. Like that's kind of the way they came into the race, but I'm shocked that that's still the way that they're coming in the ADP.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you guys think about? Sorry, you can go.
No, I was just gonna say both of those guys are good. I just like Noel better. So
yeah. What do you guys think about Savion? Because he's such a divisive. Like, do you like? It's Debo or bust, pretty much. It's Debo or bust. But like, he's a little. But like, he's just like a free. He's like 220. He's gonna run like a 4.3 or some crazy shit. That's the thing with him. He's like he's an athletic freak.
But is he good at football, Tyler?
That we don't know. I don't think we know.
I think we do.
I don't think we do. I think in the right situation. This is all the talking points for the Debo saying in the right situation, maybe he could be something. All right, let's go. Let's get down with Noel. Let's do it.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if San Francisco drafts him and just gets rid of Debo and then just drafts him. That people are going to go ape for that. But you're right though. He's completely raw and just a freak of an athlete. Like Matt said it pretty well. I mean, it comes down to, can he run routes? Can he, do the more technical things that are going to get him on the field and put him in a good light with the NFL coaches? So, like in best ball. I mean, I guess best ball opens up all sorts of different possibilities. So there's all the upside in the world for him in best ball if you're taking him in this range. So I guess I don't hate it. I probably would. There's probably like 10 or 15 other rookies though I'd probably take over him in this range. But
one thing I did want to talk about real quick. So I posted this on Player Profiler today, and I was watching it, the live show, not the live show, but when it dropped. Todd McShay, did you guys hear what he said today about the tight ends? It was really interesting. Yeah.
That they think that multiple could be in the first round.
Yeah.
Or top 15.
He said Tyler Warren is going to go really high. And then he said he is pretty sure Colson Loveland's also going to go in the top 15. And that Mason Taylor and Arroyo will probably be like round 2. So like if we got
Mason Taylor round 2 as well.
That's what he said. He said like top around 2. So he was like, and again, that was more like not what he would do. It was like what he's hearing, which I always like factor in a little bit more because he's really plugged in, obviously. So I thought that was really interesting to hear that from him. And again, there's so much more of this process left to go until the draft, but I did think it was interesting the way he said it. I was like, oh, if we got 4 tight ends in the top 2 rounds, that'd be crazy.
I could be wrong. My gut feeling is generally that almost everything we're told or that the insiders are told is manufactured.
You think so?
There's a motive behind it. Somebody leaked a piece of information to McShay because they want a certain team to start calling for their picks. I don't know, but I just don't know. We just get so many of these reports that say all these different things. And I feel like none of it ever comes to fruition by the time draft day comes around. It's almost like you can just shut your ears, close your eyes from February, the day after the Super Bowl to the day of the NFL draft. And everything will be status quo when you opened your eyes because you didn't listen to all the bullshit that was spewed for months.
Yeah.
We were told Will Levis was going to be a top pick in the draft.
Malik
and that was
Willis.
like hours before the draft.
Like, dude, I remember betting on that draft, and then Will Levis was minus 400 to go to the Colts. It was
it was ridiculous.
It was no
one knows a damn thing.
Yeah, and that was definitely their plan. They're like, we're gonna make everyone think we're taking Levis, and we're gonna take a way even better quarterback and just draft Richardson.
You're telling me 2 of these tight ends might be gone in the top of the second round? Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure that no one in the top of the second round had anything to do with that information getting out.
Arroyo here.
Yeah, I like it. We're gonna kind of, or I don't want to loop Matt into my incompetence with best ball, but I'll lean on you for the build here as far as what final pieces we need to fill in.
Yeah,
to optimize our chances here.
Yeah, usually I do a basic build for me is always going to be 3-6-8-3. But the quarterback situation we got right now, we could get away with 2. We don't need, and again, the guy I like taking is Kirk. Because I'm almost positive he's going to be starting somewhere this year. You can get a starter in round 20, which is not going to be the case at when free agency opens up. That's just what I do. So
why not Jameis?
You think Jameis starts somewhere though?
If there's a GM out there that thinks that Kirk Cousins gives them a better shot to win right now than Jameis Winston, they're out of their fucking mind.
I would say that Kirk. I would say that
out of their fucking mind.
I would say Kirk Cousins gives you a better chance to win than Jameis does right now.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Kirk was hurt, dude. I'm telling you, he was hurt. He was hurt. If you look at
and he's old.
If you look up until the Saints game, he was playing pretty good. There was no inkling. The Falcons were 4-2, or 5-2 or 4-2. They're leading the division by 3 games. Saints game happens. He gets hurt. His shoulder gets hurt. Some other body part. And then he was shit that Seahawks stretch, that Broncos stretch, the Raiders game where he ultimately got benched, all that stuff. I'm in on Kirk still. I think he's got more left.
Where does he go where protection isn't an issue?
I don't know the answer to that question, but I think
there isn't an answer to that question.
He's a Brown. Man. He's a Brown. That's what I'm thinking. No, Brown.
You saw Jameis was running for his life last year.
I didn't say he was going to be safe in Cleveland. I just think he's a Brown.
That's probably the only thing that makes sense for for Cleveland because of the Stefanski connection and because I don't necessarily know if there's a situation that's ideal for a rookie without Kirk Cousins, without a buffer being there, without the Kirk Cousins buffer. If you draft a rookie in Cleveland, do you really want him hanging around Deshaun Watson all day, who's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door?
How does Kirk Cousins
I don't know.
More sense for the Browns than Jameis, the guy that was just
benched? They didn't want to even play Jameis.
Because they wanted to try and scrape any value they could out of DTR. They weren't going anywhere, and Jameis gave them more chances to win games.
All right, you want to go? Let's go. I'm down for my first share of Jameis. Let's do it. I got enough Kirk. My bags are packed.
Jets, baby.
Jameis to the Jets would be lit.
Jameis to the Jets. Oh man,
how would that situation not work?
Yeah,
good defense. You get competent coaching in there. Aaron Glenn's going to have a good defense. He has weapons to work with.
Jameis, oh God, Ed Sheeran. Who's Ed Sheeran in here? Jameis. The problem with Jameis is the intercept. We love him for fantasy, but that's who he is, man. He's a national treasure. He's a national treasure.
Interceptions all those years. Who cares if you're producing?
Yeah. I don't care for fantasy football. I don't care. I just think Kirk is going to be a starter somewhere for sure. And you can get a start in round 20. I'm doing that. That's all. That's my only thought process there.
Yeah, man.
What about Rodgers? You think Rodgers is draftable?
No.
You think he go somewhere? I saw a Steelers thing for Rodgers today. It seems like such a Steelers ass move.
did the Montreal Alouettes need a quarterback, or I don't like I'm so you know this about me. I've thought Aaron Rodgers has sucked for the last
I
2
forgot.
years.
Yeah, I forgot about your Aaron Rodgers thing. That was fun. That was a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben Sinnott. We in?
I mean, yeah, I think they're probably going to bring back Zach Ertz, but
I'm in. I'm still in.
I thought
in the 20th round, I'm in. Is Zach Ertz retired?
I thought I just assumed he was going to retire. I don't know.
Hold on.
Nah, he's probably going to play another year.
I thought the last thing I heard is he's going to play.
Maybe he does. I don't know.
I feel like you don't retire after that season. You retire after the next season when you guys come back to earth and dud out in year 2.
Yeah.
I think they're still going to be really good. I don't think they're going to be NFC Championship game good next year.
All right.
Yeah, it says he's hoping to retire, or not hoping to retire, hoping to return with the Commanders. He's hoping to retire.
You don't have to hope, man. Just do it.
If his wife lets him retire, he's hoping that she'll say yes.
Exactly.
Needs him out of the house, you know.
All right. Hey, this was a blast. I'm probably going to stay on and do another draft, but you guys, it sounds like you guys got to record something for the roundtable. So why don't you plug that? And again, that link can be found in the description of the video. Both their Twitters are linked in the description of this video. So make sure you go toss a sub and a follow. But yeah, plug the roundtable. Anything else you got going on? Yeah,
Dynasty Roundtable. I mean, at least one episode a week. We've been doing 2 episodes a week, just like kind of a shorter one and a longer one, or 2 longer ones. Who knows what we'll do. So we also launched the podcast. So anywhere you can find your podcasts, go download it. If you like Dynasty, quality stuff, we're really putting an emphasis on not being cookie cutter, not being afraid to let our bold takes fly. So it's entertaining. It's fun. It's informative. Hopefully it's all those things. So go check it out. YouTube channel as well. Go subscribe there. And yeah, Twitter. It sounds like you got all the links covered. Matt Babich. Anything to add there?
Well, I guess you said you're going to stay on the stream and everything, but for anyone watching, wants to watch double time, USA is about to beat the piss out of Finland in the 4 Nations face-off. Certified banger last night. Canada versus Sweden went to OT. What a game. Saturday, I need you all to do your patriotic duty. Sit in front of your television and watch us beat Canada.
Oh,
see, this is hockey?
Yeah,
is this hockey? Okay, all right.
What was I going to add? You can follow me. I don't know if Seth usually takes care of this part for me because he's a great partner. You can follow me on Twitter at Babich_Matt10. I mean, Seth's the spokesperson for the program. I mean, I'm just here to comment on some random things as they come into my head.
All right, real quick before you leave, Babich, 20-second take on why Connor Bedard is not a bust.
Well, the current talent and coaching around him is a joke. They need to get that retooled. He does have a long way to go, but he's 19 years old. So there's just some things that he's got to learn not to play hero hockey and just settle in and learn the fundamentals.
There we go. Love it. That was exactly that was everything and more of what I hoped that was going to be. All right. Hey,
I had a brief panic attack because I thought, Connor Bedard, is this a rookie I haven't looked at yet?
Face-off percentage, not great for Connor Bedard, but then Biz worked with him, and it sounds like they figured something out. So,
yeah, but face-off percentage doesn't matter that much for a first-line center. But anyway,
there we go. Hey, that's
pickleball. I'll watch some pickleball. Yeah, I bet United States would dominate pickleball.
Yeah, who knows? All right, hey, thanks you guys so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah,
thanks for having us, man.
Yes, sir. See ya. All right, make sure you guys go check them out on Dynasty Roundtable. Obviously, it's good to hear the rookie takes. I feel like it's kind of they didn't like my Scadaboo, but you know what? What can you do there? What can you do there? All right, we're gonna do one more draft for the people. I think we got like 30 likes yesterday. We're at 25 right now. I figure we do another draft because. Why not? Why wouldn't we do another draft? Because we're him, we are him. Okay. Now, what draft are we going to do? Is it too early to max the war room? Yeah. Who hands is reading my mind? I just don't I'm just scared of some big news dropping and then we're cooked, where it's like it's one draft though. Who knows if it even matters? I might wait a little bit longer on the War Room. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. Would you guys rather have little board or big board? Put in the chat. I'll do a little board because I think usually that gets more people in. How many big boards do I have? 124. So we've only done 26. We still have 124 to go. I feel like because last year the big board was, or the little board, excuse me. Oh, I can take this. I feel like I always scream the mic when I have my headphones on, so that's on me. I feel like the big board, excuse me, the little board last year was like 20 entry max. So like then we ran out of our big bullets a lot earlier. Where this year it's 50, so it's a lot, like off stream. I'm doing more little boards because I'll just do the big boards on stream. I'd rather win, just get first in a big board stream draft than a little board. But I also too, I've been doing a awful job at labeling these drafts. I'm gonna go back and do it one of these days. Just look at the team that we drafted and then all that. So let's do this. Draft. I always have to make sure I do it with a guest though. Draft with Seth and Matt. There we go. Okay. We got little board, big board. Looks like it's 2. Oh wait. Slow down because of the crazy entry. Oh yeah. The crazies are out of entries. Yeah, what's the little board at? It's not even at 50 yet. Okay, let's do a big board then. Let's do a big board because I'm almost out of entries too. Wait. Oh, never mind. Okay, let's do a big board. We're gonna hop in the big board in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Waiting for one. So maybe a friends and family, maybe not. We'll see who we got in here. We got Hames and Thad. I think those are the 2 names I recognize. Please drop your username in here if you're also in here with us. Okay, here we go. We got pick 6. Also, too, let's check on my NBA stuff. Oh wait, am I logged in? There we go. Oh, the games haven't even started yet. Never mind. I was gonna say. Got 3 NBA the little daily entries today. It's like, so like right now, not that you guys care about my gym journey, but I literally was doing cardio for like 2 months straight, just trying to get I was like 220, 225, and then I got down to 205, and now I'm trying to build my muscle back up. You would have to waterboard me for me to tell you what my bench number was on Monday, how many reps of 185 I did. You'd have to waterboard me to get that answer out of me. I can't. I told my friend today, but I couldn't tell anybody. I couldn't say it on the stream. It was bad, so bad. So we're trying to build ourselves back up. That was a long way of me trying to say whatever I was going to say. So now I usually go on the treadmill after, instead of an hour where I would do like a big board, I just go on the treadmill and do like 3 basketball daily drafts. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I think 6 of us missed. Overflow went 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Damn it. That would have been fun. Which muscle are you working on? I'm mostly just doing, push, pull, not legs. whatever that split is. Yeah, I'll take Book at 6. Fine with me. But yeah, so I just I did what did I do today? I did shoulders and biceps today. I was gonna do arms. My triceps are still because I haven't lifted in 2 months. Like that first chest day, like my chest is still sore from when I did chest on Monday. My triceps are still sore from Saturday because it's just it just lingers. So hoping that my chest is fine tomorrow. Probably won't be. I'll probably do some combination of like triceps and like back maybe, which is like a really weird split because it's just like it's a push and a pull, whatever. I don't want to bore everybody with my gym splits journey. Okay. Got 31 people in here watching right now, so thank you very much. Make sure if you have not already, drop a like on the channel, if you'd be so kind. Okay. Also, too, I don't know if you guys have looked at this or not, again, this is bestballoverlay.com. I promoted it in the first hour, but we'll do it again real quick. We'll put the overlay up. If you want, again, that's why when you see all my exposures on my screen for drafting, that's what it is. Is this website, but this is the actual website itself, which is really nice. So you can search your combinations. So we just drafted Puka in the first round. And so I have 6 Puka teams, right? A lot of Puka, couple Puka Lamar teams, couple Puka. Let me look at like tight ends. John. Yeah. So I have, this is good to know. All these are either have Jonnu or Hawkinson as the tight end on this team. So like, I should probably be like, okay, maybe I draft a higher tight end, TJ Arroyo, JT. JT's on 2 of those teams, Fan and Warren. You know what I mean? So like, it's always good to look at. Like I have Jonnu and Hawkinson on every team so far. So maybe I avoid that this way around to get, a little bit more different with some of these teams. But another nice thing, you can look at your positions by round. This is a really fun graph to look at, in my opinion. And this thing too, this tricked me out a little bit. Targeted teams. Look at this. Now okay, well, let me move my thing here real quick. So the Atlanta thing, it's because Kirk is I'm on the clock, damn it. Here we go. Oh, Lad, I really don't like Lad at ADP. I really don't. But I have 2% of him, so we'll just do it. But yeah, so these are my targeted teams. So Atlanta, I think my 20% Kirk skews this a bit, but it is still interesting nonetheless. I do have a lot of Mooney. I know that. So I think that's fun to look at. Miami's my second. Carolina. So my top 5 are Atlanta, Miami, Carolina, Jacksonville, San Fran, and tie with Buffalo. What's my least? Chargers, Denver, Dallas, Vegas. Yeah, it makes Detroit that far down. Sheesh. So again, this stuff is really fun to look at, and it's only going to get more fun when we get back into the into the swing of things, like in the season, like when you can start looking at the playoff stacks. The closing line value thing will be better. I also saw that Pat tweeted out that they're doing a big change, like a big update for Best Ball Overlay. I don't even know what that is, so I'm really excited to see what that is. So again, code PPR Tyler for 25% off each month. If you are drafting any sort of volume at all, it is 100% worth it. Even if I, wasn't like a ambassador, I guess is the word you could use, I would definitely still have it because I truly think it's I have it on my laptop. Like it's good to have on stream, but I do most of my drafting on my laptop anyway. So you can get it on your, I have a Mac. This is Windows. It works with both. So I cannot recommend it enough. It's really easy to partner with stuff that you just truly like doing. That's how I feel about Fast Draft too, for obvious reasons. So, all right. I used to be strong. Now I'm old and do high reps. I mean, there's no shame in that for sure. I mean, that's going to be me eventually. I'm not that strong anyway right now. I'm doing more high reps anyway. Tough to draft Chargers. Lad ADP stinks, and who wants Herbert if you don't have Lad? And that's the thing too, where it's going to be a lot easier to stack Herbert. I think Herbert just goes up naturally after the draft because if they draft somebody, if they sign somebody, it's just hard to draft Herbert when you don't have Lad. You said it exactly right. Okay, let's go McBride. We just talked about how we don't have it's just Jonnu or Hawkinson as our first tight end. So let's switch it up a little bit. Let's just go McBride on this Puka team because we don't have that, and maybe we get lucky and get a week 17 out of the Rams and Cardinals again. It happened with Minnesota. Green Bay have played on week 17 2 years in a row. So, I mean, division team, can't say that. And it's not impossible for it to happen again for the Rams and the Cardinals. So it's fine with me. Or like a battle of LA or something. That'd be kind of cool. Denver exposure should probably go to, and Miami should probably fall. Oh, go up. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I should probably have more Denver. That's the same thing too, where it's I think I just need to start taking more Bo Nix and then back-sacking him later, where I feel like if I don't have Sutton, I'm not going to draft Nix, but you can still go Mims and Nix, and that's totally fine. Or, Nix and I guess Vele, and just try and pray you get a rookie right or two. I don't know. So it's weird because I like Lad, and every time I take him, Herbert goes unstacked before ADP. Yeah, that's because just people think Herbert's good and it's the big board. So I feel like stacking obviously is very, very important, but I feel like people are more likely to let it slide in the big board. I know I am a little bit. So yeah, just tough. I like to start though. Again, and I would have never known about the fact that I have Jonnu on pretty much every Puka team, or Jonnu and Hawkinson on pretty much every Puka team. So it's good to know that Like I would have never known that if I didn't like have best ball overlay. So I'm glad that I do. Glad that I do. And I think, okay, after this pick, we're gonna re-sort these rookie running back rankings. I've been watching some stuff in my own time. I've been listening to stuff in my own time. There's actually a video I watched last night, and it was so good. And I've hyped these guys up before on Twitter unprompted, just because they put out such good content. I think we might have to. It's a dynasty channel, but I think it obviously relates to the rookie running back part of all this. I really want to watch it on stream. I don't think that's I'm literally promoting his channel, so I don't think it's like I can't. It would be weird. I'm not stealing his content. I'm just like I'm literally agreeing with again, Fantasy Stock Exchange. If you don't know who those guys are, that channel is so good. I believe it's Corey and Danny. Corey and Danny, I believe, are their names. I think I got that right. Their channel is so good. I'm gonna go Tet here. Yeah, let's go Tet. I'm gonna pull this up. Like I said, if I subscribed on this account, I better be. Yeah, I am, because this is just it's a really good watch. I want to watch it on stream because it's that good. But again, if I don't get to it, if we don't get through the whole thing, I think you should watch it on your own time. But here, I don't want to do a survey, YouTube. I'm good. All right, let's watch it. Because like I said, I truly think it's unbelievable content. And I think it's going to help us. It's basically it's just a model of predicting running backs, but the way he breaks it down is so smart. I want to watch it on stream because I stand 100% by it. So let's do it.
The FSC running back prospect model takes on the 2025 running back class. I will guarantee this will be probably the best, if not one of the best, running back videos you watch this entire offseason on the 2025.
I 100% agree with that statement that he just said.
Running back class today.
And again, I just want to preface by saying this real quick. I don't know these guys personally. I don't even think that either of them follow me on Twitter. I just think this video is so good. I watched it. I was like, I have to watch this on stream because it's so good.
We're going to go through my running back prospect model, how I built the thing briefly because I broke it down a lot last year. We're going to go through each tier of the running back class.
Okay, I'll just skip to where he goes, what the model does.
That are the worst picks. If Dynasty Fantasy Football was an algebra equation, we would be trying to solve for elite fantasy running backs. That would be the X variable that we're looking for. And you can measure that in two different ways. Number one, the most obvious is fantasy production, PPR points per game through year 1 to 3 of their NFL career, because in Dynasty, we want early production. We don't want to have to wait 7 years for a guy to be a good Dynasty running back. And number two, which is also very important, is Dynasty value, which is measured by their peak.
All right, we understand that. I'm on the clock here real quick, so let's take our guy. Let's see. They kind of sold me on Walker. I need more of them. I'm not going to lie. So let's go Walker. We need a running back. All right. 12 picks. Yeah, back to the video.
Cut running back ranking following their rookie season. So anything that they do prior to January.
Okay, so basically he has a model. The model's predictability is a part that I like. So this kind of is why you should listen to what he's saying, because I thought this was really interesting.
Shortly after the NFL draft, for those of you guys that need it for rookie classes. So quickly, I'm going to go through is the model predictive? How did I build the thing? Again, if you're new around here, I suggest listening to this part, but you can skip ahead if you want. Short answer, is this model more predictive than draft capital? Because if it isn't, there's no point of even using it. You might as well just listen to what the NFL says about these players. It is more predictive than draft capital. The R-squared value, correlation.
It's when you hear fucking somebody pull out R-squared, they mean fucking business, okay? I don't know. I haven't done anything with R-squared since AP Stats my senior year of high school.
Is 37.22% higher for the prospect model than it is for raw draft capital, beating it by about 13% hit rate wise. So you are definitely more likely to hit on productive running backs by following this model than you are by just verbatim following what the NFL does. And same goes for peak dynasty value as well. You can see that the model's R-squared value is about 20.64% higher in draft capital in relation to how they value these prospects after their first year in dynasty keep trade cut value. This obviously took a little bit of a hit this year. It used to actually be a little bit higher because
so basically all he's saying is the model is fucking good. That's what he's saying. The model is fucking good. Okay. I want to get to how the model grades players. it all makes sense as soon as we get to like him actually talking about the people. So yeah. Our score is he measuring the diameter of Devo's That's a great comment. I like that one. That was funny. Okay, let's pick our guy here real quick, and then we'll go back to it. Because so basically, he has a model, and it breaks down like everything. Like, and you'll see, you can kind of just learn more about the model when he starts talking about the players in particular. Connor, Tracy, God, we're kind of at the same conundrum we were at. Let's go Judkins on this one. Let's go Judkins. Okay, back to the video. Let's just skip to the 2025 stuff. Let's just start with Genty.
The answer is he was not. He is not
Let's start right here.
Oh, let's get to the important part. You guys may have skipped to this part. Let's get into the 2025 class. I'm sure a lot of you guys want to know how good is this class? Who are the best running backs in this class? How do these guys stack up? Who are their comps? All that kind of stuff will be covered here. So I'm going to go in order of their FSC grade in the prospect model. Again, we don't have official rank.
And again, this isn't really his rankings. Like I think he's got like a film grade on there, but that's only a fraction of what the ranking is. It takes into account 40-yard dash, height, weight, speed, statistics, like everything that matters when we're looking at running backs, everything that matters. So this is more, like I said, this is more his model, not his personal rankings
yet, because we are missing a few pieces of information: athletic testing, official size, official draft capital, that kind of stuff. These will also not be my official rankings either. These are meant to be kind of a guideline. I don't want the model to just tell you exactly who to draft and when to draft them. Of course, we're going to also break down film and stuff, and we actually did that on Monday. If you guys want to check out the top 10 running backs in the 2025 class that we did, we're going to do the same thing for wide receivers next week as well. We have one unanimously RB1 101 first round running back.
Sorry, I'm on the clock. Actually, I might just draft off stream because I just want to keep watching the video. So I'm going to pick here, and then I'll pick off stream, and I'll show you who I drafted after. Because I don't want to keep stopping the video because it's too good. Let's go Ibuka here, and then we'll just follow the video.
And I'm sure the question a lot of people have is, was Ashton Genty in the generational tier? The answer is he was not. He is not, at least yet. He is a workhorse tier prospect for now. And as I go through each of the prospect tiers, I'll break down hit rates and stuff. You guys can see them on the screen right now. 100% hit rate for an RB1 season. Ashton Genty's prospect tier that he's in. 83% chance that he peaks as a top 5 dynasty running back. And
85% chance that he peaks as a top 5, top 3 fantasy dynasty running back.
Expected PPR point per game value of 16.78. So we're talking very, very rarefied air here. His historical comps being listed there as Ezekiel Elliott and Leonard Fournette. Those are the only real guys that are close to the generational tier, but not quite there. And Genty actually is the head of the workhorse tier right now. The biggest detractor for Genty and why he didn't land in the generational tier, because some people might be wondering that, is the fact that he loses points for not playing in a Power 5 conference, and he had a weaker strength of schedule than a lot of like the Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley guys in the generational tier. And he also took a little bit of a step down as a receiver this year. But for the most part, we're talking about a superstar prospect here. The way he gets to generational is simple, because he could still get there if he blows up the combine. If he has a 9.5 plus RAS score, I believe he will just sneak in to the generational tier, assuming he then also goes in the top 10 of the NFL draft. If he goes 20th overall, he probably has no chance of getting into the generational tier. But if he goes top 10 and he blows up the combine, he has a chance of getting there. Again, he is the only prospect in the workhorse plus tier, so workhorse or generational. Nobody even sniffed this area of the draft last year. The last running back that we had in this area was Bijan Robinson in 2023. The running back one upside prospects, there was one last year in this class, in the 2024 class, that was Jonathan Brooks. And again, we had a lot of stuff that we had to talk about with him because he was coming off of a torn ACL. Assuming he wasn't, that he would have been in the RB1 upside prospect tier last year. There are a whopping 5 of them in this class. So
do you hear what he just said? The top running back, there's one running back in the RB1 upside. So that's this group right here. No generational, no workhorse. There's one RB1 upside running back in that, according to his model, right? It was Jonathan Brooks. He said there's 5 in the RB1 upside. Crazy.
in addition to Genty, who's better than any prospect we had last year, we also have 5 guys who are comparable or better than Jonathan Brooks last year. So hit rates for this area, 62% chance at RB1 production. You also have a 92% chance of RB2 production, a 75% chance at RB1 dynasty value on keep trade cut post year one, and expected PPR point per game total of 12.64 and expected keep trade cut value peaking at RB11 on average. So these guys all very capable of being RB1s in dynasty very early in their NFL careers. Amari and Hampton is the RB2 in the prospect model right now. Best comparable prospects appear to be Nick Chubb and Javonte Williams. You got, a guy that wears the same number as him, and then a guy that went to the same school as him. So as of now, he's got better analytics than Nick Chubb, but worse film traits than Javonte Williams. So he's kind of like a combination of the two guys. He's got a chance to enter the workhorse tier. He would probably need to be drafted in the first round for it to happen and also blow up the combine, which he's definitely capable of doing both things. And I would say he definitely should blow up the combine. Physical traits are the best part of Hampton's profile. Film is where the gripes for scouts and myself included came for Amari and Hampton. I expect this grade to go up after the combine a little bit. Does it crack the RB or the workhorse tier, which he would need over 80% to get? I'm not sure yet because he has a little bit to climb, but it is possible that he gets up to that range. This one will shock a lot of people. The RB3 in the prospect.
I know the answer to this. Guess who it is in the chat? Who do you think the RB3 is? Who do you think he has as the RB3? Put in the chat real quick. Who do you think is the RB3 in this guy's prospect model? Put it in the chat. It's probably not who you might, some of you might get it, but who do you think it's going to be? Put it in the chat real quick. Milrell, love it. Oh, look at you guys. Okay, here we go. You ready? Here we go.
Model as of now, based on, some projection here, is Cam Scatterbu of Arizona State. He is projected 91st overall draft capital. So we're not even talking about a guy who's projected to go in the top 50 right now, and that's why he's being overvalued. No, he's actually being drafted on NFL Mock Database in the 3rd round. His best comparable prospects listed here is Alvin Kamara, Kenneth Walker. Like, we're talking about some rarefied air for a 3rd round pick, especially when you compare him to Kamara, who was also a 3rd round pick, the receiving traits that both of these guys have.
Again, this is an unbiased model. This is a pretty unbiased model. Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, and Dalvin Cook are the most. Again, it's a model. That's all I'm saying.
The lack of elite speed that both of them have. It's time to start throwing Cam Scatterbu's name into the conversation with these other guys, because he lost some points analytically because he played for a small school his first 2 years. He's a little bit overaged as a prospect. He missed the mark in some traits areas as well, but he's a rock solid option, man, especially knowing that most fantasy drafters are not going to take this guy in the 1st round of rookie drafts. It feels pretty good knowing that you're probably going to get him in round 2 of rookie drafts. And he ranks very similarly to a lot of the guys here that you're going to have to take in the 1st round of rookie drafts, including the next guy here, which is Travion Henderson, running back of Ohio State, who is running back 4 in the FSC prospect model right now. The closest comp we have is actually last year's RB1, Jonathan Brooks, or former Ohio State Buckeye J.K. Dobbins here. Henderson lost the most points analytically. Those 2 down years as a sophomore and a junior with the injuries that he had really did hurt him from being higher. He probably would have been higher had he come out last year and had a great season as a junior or whatever. He also did lose some points on film for me for some of the shortcomings that he had. He is one of the prospects I've graded already. The good part about Henderson is that he should crush the combine as well, and he could improve his trait score as a result, and maybe he sneaks into round 1 of the NFL draft. I think for the most part, he'll probably end up in this same territory no matter what happens to him, because we kind of expect him to test well. We kind of expect him to go in the top 2 rounds of the NFL draft, but there's a chance he sneaks up closer to where Hampton and Scatterbu are going forward. And then the next 2 guys closing out the RB1 upsides here are Quinshon Judkins, his teammate at Ohio State, and Caleb Johnson of Iowa, both expected to be fringe round 2 picks right now. Johnson, a very early 3rd round pick in ADP. Judkins, a very late 2nd round pick. The big thing for Judkins, it would be testing well, because I actually prefer, when I watch the tape of these guys in my actual rankings, I have Judkins over Henderson in my rankings, and I thought he had better film. If he tests well, he has a chance to improve his overall traits grade, which is where he's actually lost the most points right now, because on Ohio State film, he didn't really score highly in efficiency marks, because when you watch the tape of these 2 guys, Henderson got all the, creative outside zone, receiving type of stuff, and Judkins did all the dirty work. So his traits grade took a hit as a result of that. But of course, he did have his Ole Miss production to help make up for that stuff. Caleb Johnson, testing well would really help him too. And being drafted higher than 66th overall would help him. If he got into the second round, he would actually grade higher than Quinshon Judkins. So him just being barely in the third round definitely hurt him a little bit. It still is crazy that we're talking about like the RB5 and the RB6 in the prospect model, right?
That's the craziest part about it to me. We're at RB5 and RB6 in this class, and we're throwing out names like Dobbins, Henry, Aker, and just again, these are as prospects, obviously. But like that's what's so crazy about all this is like this isn't like someone's. That's why I like it. It's not personal rankings. It kind of is because there's a film grade on it, but it takes in like everything that we look at, like traits, right? Projected draft capital, like all this stuff's going to change as soon as we get more stuff to talk about. But that's why I think this video is so good. I'm gonna let it play for a little bit longer. Let's just skip to the next tier here real quick because I don't want to spend all day on it. But I do think it's really important to just kind of break down for a little bit and just kind of realize how good this rookie draft class is. So I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead, but yeah,
level upside prospects here. You guys can see Dylan Sampson and Ollie Gordon are the highest ranked of the guys here. They're expected to be third round NFL draft picks. Best comps that we have. Ollie Gordon compares favorably to Trey Benson and Rashad White. Remember, Trey Benson was last year's RB2 in the model, and we're talking about the RB6 or RB7 in this class right now. Crazy. Dylan Sampson compares favorably to Devon Achane, which ironically was also my film comp for him as well, and they are actually quite similar in terms of their profiles. Gordon lost a lot of points analytically for his down 2024 season, but traits-wise, his 2023 campaign really carried his numbers. And at 6'1", 233 pounds, if he tests well, like if he runs fast, runs 4.4 or something like that, he's going to have a chance to really climb up his traits grade and have a chance maybe to get into the RB1 upside prospect territory, especially if he were to get, let's say, top 2 round draft capital instead of top 3 round draft.
If you would have put his fucking 2023 tape in this prospect model, I guarantee you it would have been like a top 3 running back.
Capital, and he had like a 9+ RAS score, he's going to have a chance to really get up there and make that 5 tier 2 of running backs a 6 tier if he ends up testing well and has a good combine. Dylan Sampson already is expected to test really fast. He's going to run fast. I'm not really worried about that. He's definitely analytically worse than Achane was, because even though him and Achane play very similarly, Achane had multiple years of production versus 1 year of production like Dylan Sampson has, and Achane carried a bigger workload, both rushing and receiving. So his comp is more of like a Devon Achane light than it is actually Devon Achane. But it is encouraging knowing that, I mean, Achane's literally top 5 dynasty running back, and we're talking about the RB8 in the class right now. We're still looking for, second rounders to throw flyers on in this class, and these two guys are going to be some of the best that we have. Still in the RB2 upside tier, we do have 3 more names. So again, 5 RB1 upside prospects, a workhorse prospect, and 5 RB2 upside prospects. RB9 through 11 in the prospect model, we have Byshell Tootin from Virginia Tech. Admittedly, I have not.
Tootin. Where the Tootin truthers at. This kind of put me on a Tootin. I'm not going to lie. I respect the model.
Not graded him yet, but he does have a comparable, situation here to the likes of a Ronald Jones or a Clyde Edwards-Helaire. What I do know about him is that he has pretty good size and he's pretty fast, and he had good production in college. So there's a chance that he ends up being a big time riser if he runs fast at the combine. He is listed right now at 124th overall draft capital, but he could vault himself into day 2 if he runs a fast 40 time. Like I said, he also kind of compares to James Cook a little bit as well. Devin Neal from Kansas and DJ Giddens from Kansas State are the other 2 guys in this tier. With Devin Neal, you got a cross between, Kareem Hunt and Audric Estime, which makes sense. I mean, a lot of people are questioning Devin Neal's speed. Neither of those guys ran very fast. He's pretty solid across the board. I think he could make up a lot of ground because I do think relative to Kareem Hunt and Audric Estime, he's faster than those guys. I mean, those guys ran in the 4.6s and 4.7s respectively. I think that Devin Neal should run in the 4.5s at some point. Maybe he sneaks into the 4.4s. So I feel pretty good about him. He's one of my favorite prospects in the entire draft. DJ Giddens is an analytics darling, and he has film concerns for sure, and that shows up in his profile with Bryce Love, who is his most, accurate comp right now, and that was exactly the same situation. Good analytics, not as great of film. Draft capital might be a question mark for Giddens as a result. So here's how nutty this class is. last year's flex play prospects of note. So we're into RB12 through, RB20 right now. And this tier of flex play prospects is where Bucky Irving was, Jalen Wright was, Tyrone Tracy was, Blake Corum was, Marshawn Lloyd was. All of these guys were like, RB3 through RB7 for most people last year. We're at RB12 in this class, and there is 9 more guys comparable to those prospects. So absolutely berserk how good this class is.
That's it. Like, that's insane, right? That's just insane.
Rates here are 18% chance of RB1 production, 34 and 42% chance of RB2 and RB3 production, respectively, peaking as an RB1 in market value.
So again, pretty much what he's saying is that these guys have a 42% chance to have 10 plus points per game, 12 plus points per game, 34% chance. I think this is just in one given season, not their average, I believe. I'd have to go back and look at that. 15 points per game, 18. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's like, so Genty's in this workhorse deal. So he's pretty much guaranteed to have 15 plus points per game at one point in the season. I mean, 100% of them have. And then a third of them have gone on for 20 points per game. So like, I think, like, this stuff, like, this is all data. This is not like, this isn't like, opinion, really. The film part of it, maybe, but like everyone's saying the same stuff about these running backs is kind of what I'm getting at.
You just 11% of the time. So again, we're usually talking about day 3 guys here or late day 2 guys. RB2, 30% of the time in peak keep trade cut value. Expected points per game of 6.63 PPR points. Peak keep trade cut value around RB43. So again, these are more so dart throws. You're not going to hit on any one of these. You'll probably hit on just under half, like I said. Let's rattle off some of the comps here. I'm going to go a little bit faster because we're talking a lot of guys. Raheem Sanders, say hello to Deontay Foreman. That's his best comp in the model right now. Also compares a little bit to Chuba Hubbard. Sanders could still go higher if he runs fast, and his nickname is literally Rocket, so it's possible he blows up the combine. What I love about the comps that come up for him, Foreman and Hubbard, is the fact that all of these guys are kind of similar, where they had one really good college season. For Sanders, that was as a true sophomore, and he's kind of been bad or subpar the last 2 years. For Foreman, it was his junior season. For Hubbard, it was his sophomore season. And there was like a lot of question about their profile. But in the NFL, we've seen Hubbard obviously be really good. And we've seen Foreman in flashes be pretty solid. And he actually tore his Achilles. So, he probably would have been a lot better if that didn't happen. So definitely exciting for Raheem Sanders as a late round dart throw.
Okay. RJ, we kind of get it, right? I feel we kind of get it. But I thought this video was kind of cool. Well, let's look at this. Wait. Yeah, this part of it was fun too. This is like a nice history part. I like this part.
Deep, absurdly middle class heavy. The only thing that we're missing is in 2017, for example, a lot of people are probably wondering, how does this class compare to 2017's class? You could see the entire 2025 class on the screen right now. The makeup, like I said, 1 workhorse, potentially a generational if he ends up testing really well. 5 RB1 upsides. Maybe we get a 6th if Ollie Gordon tests well. 5 RB2 upsides, 9 flex plays. And then the rest, waiver wire and fodders, but a decent amount of flex plays and waiver wires makes for a very deep class. In 2017, the makeup was a little different. You saw a couple absolute superstars like Christian McCaffrey as a generational prospect. We saw basically 2 Gentys with Fournette and Mixon. And then we saw the RB1 upside prospects of Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, and then Kareem Hunt, the RB2 upside prospect. If you followed this in 2017, you would have basically nailed exactly the order you should have been drafting these guys, especially at the top. But again, we did see a lot of these flex plays guys hit. Aaron Jones, James Conner, Marlon Mack, Foreman to some degree, waiver wire guy, and Chris Carson, Jamal Williams ended up hitting. So the 2025 class is not as good at the top as the 2017 class was, but it is actually deeper than the 2017 class was. The class in 2020 at the top and deepness wise is a lot more comparable to the 2025 class. You could see there, you got 1 workhorse, JT to Genty. You got a couple of RB1 upside guys. Like I said, we have a couple RB1 upside guys in this class. There's a few more RB2 and flex play caliber dudes like the Dillons and the CEHs and the Darrington Evans and the Keyshawn Vaughns. We have more guys like that in this class than we did in 2020, but it is very comparable, especially at the top. It comes at the perfect time too, because when we think about the 2017 class, how historic it was, how many great RB1 seasons we got out of these guys, a lot of them are still playing really well. CMC, Mixon, Kamara, Aaron Jones, Kareem Hunt, James Conner, among this, top 24 running back scoring guys this year from that class. But we have seen a number of them fall off already. Dalvin Cook, Leonard Fournette, Chris Carson's retired, Jamal Williams, Marlon Mack, A lot of those guys have fallen off already, and I suspect within the next 1 to 2 years, most of them, if not all of them, will be gone from the NFL, from the 2017 class. So this 2025 class should be the new era of running backs in the NFL. So that is.
I just want to go back to here real quick. These are like, so 2020, 2 RB1 upsides. So if we just go, if we cap like RB2 and up, it's kind of like those are the guys that I'm really interested in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other one for the other class, the 2017 class, that is 2017, excuse me. So that's the 2017 one. The 2021 is, again, RB2 and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a little bit deeper. We then look at this class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, man. And then the flex plays after that, after flex play, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 19 flex and ups. You know what I mean? This one is definitely not 19. And the other one, it's not 19. Like it's insanely deep. That's why that was the biggest takeaway I had from this video. That's why I wanted to show it on screen. I've been drafting in the wins while you guys have been watching, but I mean, who am I taking here? I just thought that was really fun to look at because Manners, I just don't know if I'm in. I'd rather just go for a guy like Yoshi Voss, I think. But I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I think it's a really cool, just like that's why I'm drafting so many of these guys down here, and like why you see literally 0% next to guys like Justice Hill, like Estime, like Gibson, you know, like, and especially if we even go like, if we look at the board, like I'm not drafting really that much like Corum. Like I'm underweight on Wright. I'm underweight on White. Underweight on Corum. All these guys. So yeah, Braylon, Eckler, Roshan, Javante, Chubb, Hunt. Like these guys that are going below them are going to take their jobs. So it's just like, yeah, it's an unknown factor. And like, but like I would say this is like Roshan's an unknown factor just as much as the other guy. So like that's why I think that. And what kind of makes me like really believe kind of like that whole video, like we've been saying this for a couple weeks now. It's not like I just like had this realization like, oh, I need to take a rookie running back. It's like, no, we've been saying it. So I just thought that was a really cool video to watch there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you did. So, and we hit 30 likes. So thank you again. Tap the like button if you have not already. Make sure we get Tots a sub on the channel. So we get 926 subs. We did get a sub since the stream started, which is awesome. So what's up, Ben? How you doing today? What's up? Third draft or mini Timby time? It's probably mini Timby time. He's talking about Timberwolves. Yeah. Probably it's probably the last draft of the night, and then we'll be back tomorrow. Do we have a guest tomorrow? So I got 3 guests lined up for next week. 3 guests for next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We got Nez on Monday. Nez is gonna come on Nez is on Monday, and then Lucas from Fantasy Football Fellas is gonna be on Tuesday, and then Johnny Tuma, who I work really close with that Player Profiler, really, really, really sharp guy, is going to come on Wednesday. So we're going to have a lot of guests coming up here this next week. Also trying to book Theo Greminger. Had a phone call with him today, and I told him he has no choice but to come on. So I'm going to go fucking Harvey here. Fuck it. I told him he has to come on. He doesn't have a choice. So, yeah. So be on the lookout for a ton of guests here coming up. I think it's always fun. Obviously, we're going to have Best Ball Guy in the mix. I don't think Pat's come on. Did Pat come on once? I think he might have come on earlier. Maybe I went on his stream. I can't exactly remember. I'm gonna text Pat because it's been a while since we've done a stream together. Obviously, Best Ball Guy will come back. Bindles, Emo Cowboy, all those guys are still my dogs. But it's always fun to just bring some new faces on the channel. I think it's always that's always fun. So be on the lookout for a lot of guys like that. Just guests on the channel. So yeah. And is my second highest owned player after the Lord tonight. There we go. Let me see. I should probably check that now. Oh my God. Here we go. We got one contest looking good. Or wait, it was looking better when I clicked on it. It says it's 350th place, which is usually pretty good. Now let's read how many points does he have. He's got 3 so far. Okay, good. I have a huge over on Nas Reed, a big bet that I made. So I need him to do well. I need him to do well. Okay, nice. And then Sabonis. Boom, nice. Okay. Okay, so we got 6 running backs. I'll keep the tab open. If Giddens is there, I think the only 2 running backs I would reach would be Giddens and Brashard Smith. But I'm probably gonna lean more receivers and QB. Who are my QBs? Richardson and Murray. So yeah, this is the team we built. I should probably recap it. Kyler, A-Rich, Walker, Judkins, Swift. I just took a share because I have 0 of them. Scatabo, Sampson, Harvey, Puka, Ladd, Tet, Igbuka, Leggett, Yoshivas. Receiver room not as good as I want it to be. Pitts fell 20 picks past ADP, so I took him, and then we got McBride. So not a lot of stacks yet. We got some rookie receivers on there too, so I just don't know what to do with that. Probably take Stafford if he's there. This looks like an auto draft team. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not. 4 QBs. Suspect. No, not an auto draft team. Okay, good. I do. Yes. Me personally, yes, I do. I do have Scatabo over those other 2. I just think Scatabo is unbelievable. I think he's unbelievable. That's what I wanted to do before I do want to switch my rookie rankings around live on stream and just kind of go off some stuff. Let's go Stafford here. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I want to do this real quick live on stream. I'm gonna keep Gordon there, just because just 2023 Gordon, because I think he's awesome. Let's go. I think Henderson definitely needs to be higher. I think Henderson goes here. Henderson goes there. I think we make a tier break too. I think this is the tier. Oops, wait. There we go. There we go. That's the tier, like that. And then I think this is the tier, like that. There we go. Okay. The top of that looks better. Caleb or Scatabo. No, that's a tough one. Caleb is definitely the bottom of the top guys in my opinion. I agree. I think, yeah, I agree. RJ Harvey, Devin Neal, Giddens, Sampson, Brashard Smith. I think I'm gonna put Sampson up a little higher. I think I like him. I think I like Sampson. I need to watch him again. I think I'm gonna put him right here and do something like that. And then after that, I think Tutton needs to be higher, like way higher. I think I'm tripping on him. I think he's got to go at least like right here. Ollie Gordon 2024 tape still remains at the bottom. But Quint Allen, I think it's got some buzz too. We weren't really that impressed with him when we watched him, but he's big and he catches passes, so I think he deserves a little bit more. I think we put him right. Honestly, I think we put him right next to Tootin. Jaden Blue, Dan Martinez. I think Martinez gets to go up one spot. I think so. Okay. Actually, I think we do this. I don't think ETN's that bad. Do that. All right, that's what we got, I think. I think that's the list right now. I think that's the updated list. Let's make my pick, and we'll go through it one more time to make sure we didn't miss anything. If Brashard is there in round 18, I have no choice but to take him. I quite literally have no choice. I have to take him. I have to take him. There we go. Okay. All right, let's go back to this here real quick. So the list right now, Genty by himself, Hampton, Gordon 2023 tape. Let's put that as a disclaimer. Travion, Scatabo, Caleb, Quinchon, and then Harvey. Like this tier right here, this is what like just makes my day go the way that it does. When I have a good day, it's because I'm watching these highlights. You know what I mean? This tier right here is like, yeah, these guys are fun up here. They cost a lot though. This tier right here, this is what's going to win you money in best ball. I feel so confident in this. Like, if you had 20% of each of these 5 guys, I guarantee you at least 2 of them are going to hit big. And in best ball, that's huge. And I would even venture that 3 of them hit big. If I was a betting man, I would say that 3 of these guys hit big. I think they're all good. Now, draft capital, where they go, that's remained to be seen. But as of right now, I feel really good about these 5 guys. Really good about those 5 guys. Love those 5 guys. 5 guys. Great fries. Cajun, unreal. I love these 5 guys right here. Draft those guys. So, yeah, Devin Neal's kind of expensive. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I don't know. I still think he's definitely worth some shares. I think he's worth some shares for sure. All right, we might go with 2 tight end room. McBride and Pitts, not the worst room. I feel like we need the 8 receivers on this team, to be honest. I definitely want Noel. Definitely want Noel. And like Austin would be fine. Ray's fine. Tank Dell's done for the season, right? Like, he's not going to play. Probably we'll need multiple knee surgeries. There's never anything you want to see. That is tough. I feel like the farther I scroll, oh, someone went. Are you kidding me, dude? Okay. Go Calvin Austin and somebody else. I still have 12%, but saying others are, but yeah, others are free. Yeah, I agree. You made Gritty proud. How'd you make Gritty proud? Oh, in this room? Wait, are you in this one? Yeah. Oh, Josh Allen and Daniels. Look at that. That is a gritty ass team. Hero wide receiver Nico. Next one was until round 7. That is a gritty ass team. You're right. And not gritty with a T, gritty with a D. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Right. Gabe Davis, is he worth? I feel like he might be worth drafting. Gabe Davis, Trey Tucker, I like. Actually, Trey Tucker's be my top guy. Trey Tucker, I do like mixing in Kobe Hudson. Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw it. Again, I get that there's a lot of how many? Wait, NFL Combine invites. Here we go. I want to pull this up real quick. Let it load in. Here we go. These are the combine invites. Oh, what just happened here? All right, here we go. Running backs. Anybody use Ulysses Bentley? Jesus. What a name. What a name. What else we got? Edwards. Anyone that stands out that I like? What names do I don't know? I don't know who this is. I don't know who that is. I know Phil Maffa. I haven't watched him. I should. Yarns is a guy that I hear has got some steam. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. Where is he? Granted, there's a lot of receivers on there. But it's better to get an invite than not get one at all. That's going to do it for us today. I took Trey Tucker with my last pick. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Again, slap a like, slap a sub, and slap that bell. The Minnesota Timberwolves are currently playing basketball, so we're going to go out in style. The only way that we know how. We'll see you later on the other side.